once again. My name is Gladys K, as I said before. So today we are still continuing with our topic, that is struggling in silence. And specifically, today we are going on the part of depression. As we know, some of the times when we get so many issues in our lives that are disturbing our minds, that are not giving us peace in life, sometimes we go to an extent of getting depressions. And especially when you know that whatever you're passing through, you are the cause of it. You're the one who caused it. Sometimes you get depressed because you don't know what to do next, and that gets you to a point whereby now you are holding, you have guilty, you are holding offense, and you are very bitter. And today we want to know guilty, bitterness, and offense. These are some of the spirits that are accompanied by depression. So, Bishop, what can you tell the people who feel like whatever I'm passing through, I am the cause of it? I did a mistake, that is why I'm passing through this. So some people are asking themselves, what can I do?
All right, thank you very much. So depression, as the name is, means when something comes down. Yeah, in physics, we call something depression. Depression means that maybe you have water in a bottle and then the water comes to a lower level. So when we say someone is going through depression, it simply means that their hope for living, their reason for living, and the way they make meaning in life has gone down. Now they don't find any reason to live, they are not happy, they don't know why they are existing. That is why we say they've gone depression. It means that that vibe, the energy, you know, somebody wakes up in the morning, they are going to work, and they are looking forward to a good day. We call it hope.
Yes.
When you are looking forward to something, it's hope. So somebody wakes up, he's going to work, but why should I even work? The person starts asking himself questions or herself questions because there are issues surrounding her and she's not being able to make meaning out of that issue. And normally, depression is a result of frustration. Frustration happens in two ways. Number one is that when what is going on in the life of a person does not meet the person's expectation, that gap is frustration. And it is frustration that lets people lose meaning. So let's say the person is expecting an A in a paper. That is the expectation.
Yeah.
But the results come and it's a D.
Oh.
That is the reality.
Yes.
So the expectation minus the reality, that gap,
Yes.
is frustration. And when people go through frustration, now they lose meaning. And then it can cause depression. What can help a person who goes through frustration is for them to be able to interpret their frustration positively. For instance, say, okay, today I expected A, but I got a D. But tomorrow it will be better. What are the ways, what are the things I did that made me get D? That is what it means to be positively approach the situation. So she sit down, I think I didn't study well. Or maybe, okay. Then I'm sure I can.
Yeah, can do it tomorrow.
Yeah, so now the person doesn't get depressed. But when the person is frustrated and she doesn't have positive interpretation and approach to the frustration, then depression comes in.
Okay.
Another way that frustration comes is when what is going on around the person is not able to explain it well based on her belief system. For instance, if the person is a Christian, she knows that Jesus gives hope. But if she's going through marital challenges, her understanding that Jesus gives hope and the marital challenge, she should be able to use the Jesus gives hope that she believes to explain the marital challenge positively.
Yeah.
Some people are not able to do this, and that's why frustration persists, and then their reason for living goes down, and then they go into depression, losing meaning and even wishing to die sometimes.
Yeah, and now especially that now we are passing through the pandemic and it has affected so many people. You find that someone was living a lavish life, they were okay, they were paying rent well, because their job was picking well, especially for business people.
Yeah.
Now this situation has come, no money, nothing. you have a family, you have nothing to give them. Now, we have seen so many domestic violence.
Yeah.
People beating others, the husbands are so violent because now they are not able to provide to the family. Now, is this now, does this mean that the situation they are passing through is getting them down to such an extent that now they are getting bitter? They are getting bitter because of what they are passing through. Yeah, and now sometimes, if I am in charge of the family, or I am in charge of my own life, I pay my own rent, I feed my own self, no one feeds me. And now there is a time like this. How can we make sure that it doesn't affect us? Because it has affected people so much.
Alright, so whenever you go through situations, we are in life, there are certain things we must know. Life will always have tough time. Some people don't want to accept this. Yeah, they live in denial. For them, they think, oh, because of this, life will be a smooth curve. Life is not a straight line curve going up. Life is a zigzag. There are ups and downs. Once you have this at the back of your mind, it is a buffer. You know, sometimes when somebody goes into a new institution, they take the person through orientation. This person is here, this room is here, this kitchen is here. Sometimes the light will go off. Sometimes there can be a sound of a plane passing by. So the person, when the person hears the sound of the plane, they don't get shocked because they have been oriented. They have been insulated. A lot of people have not had that reality to know that life is tough and rough. Life can be smooth sometimes, it can be difficult. So people listening to us should know this, that this is part of life. It doesn't matter you're a Christian or anything, you all go through rough times sometime. Number two is that people should know that we are not living to prove ourselves to people. Some people, the reason they are stressed is because of what people say. Oh, look, he's no longer taking his car. He's walking. So what? It's your life. You should come to a point in your life where you don't care what people say. Because at the end of the day, if you commit suicide, they will leave, continue to live. So your friends and family might give you pressure, but you should know that I know who I am. There are seasons in my life. Today I'm walking, tomorrow I'll be in a car. Let me share a short experience with you. There was a time I was sick, I had to stop work for 3 months. And the car I was using was company car. So I went to give, because I stopped the work, I gave the car back. So I'll be walking in town and then people ask me back, where is your car? My sister was worried. Oh, if you go out, people will talk. I said, oh, they can talk. So when somebody asked me, so I'm not well, so I've resigned. When I said it to 3 people, nobody asked me again. I was a free person walking. Later I got new cars, and so people should not live to prove themselves. The last point is that whenever situations come up, we must be responsible with this understanding. You don't blame anybody. Sometimes people might be the cause, but take responsibility. Pray and seek wisdom and go through the problem. And that is how you can be able to better adapt and pass through tough times. One, knowing that there are tough and rough times. Two, knowing that you are not living to prove yourself to anybody. And then 3, you have to take responsibility. Don't blame, don't get involved in blame game. And seek God's direction and He will guide you through the situation.
Now, someone is depressed. And now they feel like people are not helping me. You know, my uncle works in this company. He's in the bank. He's wealthy. Now that I don't have money, they are not picking my calls. They are not helping me in any way. And now that person now gets to a point whereby now they are hating people all around them. Because of what they are passing through. Yes, it's not the fault of the people around you. Maybe it's your fault. Maybe it's a fault like now. This disaster we are experiencing, it's not anyone's fault. But now you are hating everyone around you just because you're passing through a difficult situation. How can you go about that?
Alright, you see, the person thinks that the uncle is not helping him or her because he's making an assumption. Assumption is a thought that may not be real. His assumption is that my uncle is not passing through any storm. That's his assumption. He thinks he is going through problem, but his uncle is okay.
It's okay.
But you might not know. Maybe he's still in his car. Maybe he's quiet, but you don't know what is going on in his life. Maybe he hasn't come to tell you. So we should give people the benefit of the doubt. If somebody is not helping you, don't conclude that they are okay and they don't want to help you. Maybe they have their own challenges. So I believe that you should take responsibility, pray, and sometimes you have to even do menial jobs. There are some people, it's not like they don't have money to feed you. They don't want to do some jobs. They don't want to do some jobs. You know, he's in a tie, he's in an office, and the office is closed. Why don't you sell chapati? You know, you understand? If you're I'm a university graduate, how can I sell chapati?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and then you're hungry. Yeah, so people must be able to adapt to
any situation.
Pray that people will help you, but if people don't help you, don't blame them. It's your life, take responsibility. And look at what can I do? And even in Kenya, I tell you, everything food sells. And what I've realized, if you sell food, it sells because there are a lot of people are
everyone wants to
everyone wants to eat. So you start small, and then when your office open, you go back. Again, it doesn't take anything from you. And I'm telling you, if you go through difficult times and somebody rejects you, you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, so look at my girlfriend now, she's selling chapati, so I'm shy to associate with her. Thank God. A fake person has gone out of your life. Because if people cannot stand with you when you're in darkness, it means they're fake. Yeah. So it's even good for you to know the genuine ones in sad times. Yeah. So that's how you have to manage it.
Now, there is this issue of peer pressure. Sometimes we study together, maybe we were in high school together, we were in college together, and now all of a sudden I see you driving a car, I don't have anything. Actually, I don't have a good job. You have a good job. I feel like, what is happening in my life? And in that situation of wanting to be like my friends, my age mates, I'm getting through a lot of things. Because in the first place, you know, everyone is not able. And everyone has different level of ability. But now people want to be on the same level with others at any given time. And you know there is a process of getting to your destiny. So there are people who don't want to pass through that process. They just want to wake up one day and they have everything with them. This is causing people to have problems. You know, I want to be like this person. Why am I not getting to that level?
All right, then this person who says, I want to be like this person, the next week he hears that this person has got an accident and they are dead. Now they don't want to be like him again. People have different trajectories. There are some people, they get first class, they marry, they get job, they give birth, and by 40 they are dead. You don't know the destiny of people. So you must never seek to be like someone. You don't know. And if someone seems to be higher than you, it doesn't mean there's a problem with you. You don't know what people do in the dark. You don't know what goes into the life of people. So you must not look at people and say, I want to be like this person. When tragedy happened, nobody said, oh, how I wish I were the dead person lying down. Now nobody likes that one. Yeah, people have different things in their life. We were not born on the same day. We only met in college. Yeah. So even twins, they have different trajectories. Yeah, so you have to accept your differentials. I'm unique. I have my talent. There are things you have, they don't have. You just have to be able to stay focused, content, and then be hardworking. And in the course of time, you realize that you're able to excel without any strings. That's why some people go into betting. It's some of this pressure. They want to do gambling and betting just to make up. And then now they get addicted to gambling and they can't stop. All because they were looking at somebody and they want to be like the person. So go at your pace. Don't put yourself pressure. Once you have what to eat, what to wear, and where to sleep, it is enough for now. Relax. Build yourself steady. Be inspired by others, but don't be jealous and envious of them. And then with time, you look back and you realize that your life has really be very smooth. No cutting corners. And again, it's because of this that sometimes there are corruption in nations. Because some people who are in places where there is money, he wants to be like a friend, buy a car, so money that is not theirs, they take. But if you read Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 11, it says that like a partridge that hatches eggs, that is not theirs. It's a person who gets money through wrong means. It will develop wings and fly. And in the end, you will become a fool. Scripture cannot be broken. So you relax and go through life, pole, stages, and then whatever God has said about your life will come through.
Wow. I'm surprised. Some of the things I'm learning, I didn't know them. Yeah. Because there was a time I personally, I looked at one of my colleagues back in high school. I saw they were living a good life, and I was asking myself, how did she get to this level? When I look at myself, I feel napambana na maisha pole. Then all of a sudden I see someone, oh wow, she's a bit of steps ahead of me. So I was like, you feel like there is something I've not done. I should be like her.
There's nothing wrong with you.
Maybe in the class they used to not able to perform, and then now I'm saying, but I used to perform well. Why am I not doing well in life? So that's a story of another day. So guys, we are learning a lot from this session. Actually, we've known how to live your own life. And again, the greatest lesson of this is like, get a positive idea of everything. It doesn't matter what you're passing through, but just be positive. You can be like that today, but you never know your tomorrow. There are people who are suffering today, and tomorrow they will wake up happy. Because everyone has their own day. We cannot all be the same at the same day. We get through a process, and we get to where we want. And in case there is pressure from work, everywhere, it's good to have a positive perception, and approach upon it. So, thank you very much. Let's meet next.
All right, so we want you to have a positive approach. You are unique. You are not the photocopy of anybody. There's no two same fingerprints, even for twins. So you have to know that you are unique, you are original. God has a unique plan for your life. You may go through challenges today, but tomorrow you might be smiling. So take everything positively, work hard, be content, don't be envious of people, and you'll be very happy to go through life successfully. May the Lord bless you.
God bless you so much.